Hello, this is Mr. Evilcheese.
And I'm Zombie Cat.
And this is our review of my birthday present from over a year ago that I just now got.
Yes, this is supposed to be his June 2015 birthday present, and we just fucking got it.
We pre-ordered it, and it was supposed to come out pretty close to my birthday last year, but then...
I think it was supposed to come out in like July or August after your birthday.
Then they just delayed it all the way up until just now. A whole year and a few months later. Yeah, finally, it's out.
They actually, right before it came out, they posted a picture on Facebook of the Ultron that was coming out. And my comment was, yeah, the best kind of birthday gift to get your husband was the one that won't come out until after his next birthday.
But this is the Avengers Age of Ultron Mark I figure. And that's when he first appears and starts talking to the Avengers, when he's in one of like Tony Stark's like drone Iron Mans. I don't know what you call them. They're like, there's nobody in the suit. They're just like kind of robots flying around doing their own thing. And he takes over the body of one of them that's all smashed up. And I don't really care that it's Ultron or that it's Avengers. I just seen the figure and just thought he looked so cool. Like he looked like a Terminator type thing, like a scary looking robot. And that's why I wanted him. He just...
Yeah, when we pre-ordered it, it was before the movie ever came out. We didn't even know what was going on with the figure. I thought it was like battle damage or something.
But yeah, that's why I got it, just because it just looks like a scary robot. Like a robot from a horror movie. But that's the cover. It's not... I don't really like the cover all that much. It's just kind of...
It is a neat picture, but I don't really like it. Which I usually do like their covers.
Yeah, this one's just kind of like, eh. But, take the slip cover off there. And there it is in there. You can see that's what one of the bodies he took over, like these things, before it got all smashed up. But on there it just says Ultron Mark I. Some people that made it on the back. Not a whole lot going on there. Yep, let's get him out of there. There he is, opened up. And he is really freaking cool looking. He looks like a horror robot to me.
I feel like I did a good job at buying your birthday present, and it's not my fault that it took so long.
Oh, it's all your fault.
No, it's not.
I completely blame you.
Yeah, well, fuck you.
I recently reviewed another figure that I thought looked like a murder robot, and he's sitting back there in a chair.
With his creepy little white eyes.
Star Wars Rogue One K2SO. Also looks like a scary looking murder robot. But he doesn't look all smashed up like this guy does.
Starts with a K, like Katie, because I'm a badass.
Yeah, whatever. Now, one of the first things I did when I first got him out the other day was I put the batteries in so I could turn his lights on. And it is a pain in the ass. Now, he's got some in the head.
Use these little things.
You can't see them. He's got this little thing up in the head. The ones in the head weren't too bad. It takes 2 batteries. You gotta pop this thing off. Takes 2 little batteries there. That one wasn't too bad. But there's one on his back that takes 3 batteries, and that was very hard. I must have spent like 20 to 25 minutes. You pop this little thing out of his back here, which is kind of difficult to do. Ah, there we go. See, there's little batteries in there, 3 little batteries. It might be hard to see. And it's not too bad to get the first one in. The second one is a little difficult. The third one was damn near impossible. You use these tweezers and they pop out. Like, these tweezers come with the figure. And when you try to stick it in, they just go flying everywhere. And then you gotta look for them on the floor.
I was at work when he got this figure, and I just got a text message that was like, these goddamn batteries! It's all pissed off.
Yeah, I told her that it was like a twisted game of operation, because you gotta use these tweezers and try to put them in there, but it's not like Operation where you gotta try not to touch the sides. It's where you gotta like force the damn things in as hard as you can and Then they go flying out and hitting you in the face and down.
And then the text after that was, "It was bad. Really bad."
It was. It
I'm
was
glad
so
I was
frustrating.
at work.
No, but I don't know how I eventually got them all in. I tried different ways. I tried like putting all 3 of them in the tweezers and then sticking them in. But then they just went all flying. And then I started trying to hold my hand over it while I was sticking them in, and so they didn't go everywhere. But I don't even know how I eventually got them in, but I did somehow. Just gotta be patient.
Magic.
And do it somewhere where if they go flying onto the floor,
You'll be able to find them.
But even this little thing is hard to get back in there. You can still use the tweezers because you can see the switch is right there. It's hard to press with your fingers. But, yeah. There, now it's on.
Just turn his head on, too.
And there's the one on his chest. It's off center. Then the one on this head, you have to take the green thing off to turn it on, which is kind of annoying.
Take out the motherboard.
And then you could probably do that with your finger, but no, just use a tweezer.
It depends on whether you have fingernails or not.
Yeah. And this does, one thing is this doesn't snap in very good.
I was gonna say, like, I haven't put it in myself, but it seems like when you push it in, it just kind of sits on there.
Yeah. And there he is with his face lit up.
He looks awesome!
It looks so creepy with his eyes broken out and his like mouth sort of broken out too.
Dude, it was so cool seeing this figure before I knew anything about the movie. It was way before it came out. Just thinking, that looks fucking awesome. And then I have to admit, I was slightly disappointed in the movie that he has like one little part like this and then he's gone.
Mm-hmm.
I think he looks more cool like this than he does in his final form. Looks like a murderous Terminator creature.
Well, let's turn out some of the lights. Bing.
He looks so cool.
Yeah, I really like the way that looks. It's so creepy looking.
His head's definitely the best part. Like, I like the whole thing, but his head's really cool.
Mm-hmm. It does bother me that the light's off center. Like, I think that's the way the Ultron...
I think it's supposed to be off center.
Well, this one don't even have one. I guess underneath it's off.
It just makes it hard to see because it's underneath that other piece.
Yeah. But yeah, I really like the way the head turned out. One thing that I didn't even realize is how he has different parts. It's not symmetrical. It's almost like one half of his body is from one Iron Man suit or drone or whatever, and the other half is from a different one, because you can see like the legs look very different. And they're different colors too. Just look like different parts.
The arms are very different too, despite one not having a hand.
And you can see in the feet they look a lot different too. Different kinds of toes. And pistons and stuff. Definitely looks different in here.
Oh, and I probably should say, when we were taking him out of the package, this foot, the one with the blue toes, popped out of socket, but it was pretty easy to pop back in, so it wasn't a big deal. But I was just pulling the plastic off and it just came out.
Yeah, so might want to be careful with that. So many wires and things on this guy. And then you had like the arms. It's got the blue over here and the red over here. They just look like they're from two different machines. And then in the back, big mess, which is cool. But there's just so much going on this thing to look at.
I love all the little wires.
Yeah, there's so many wires in this thing. So, I mean, all this details and stuff, like, I don't know, it's just ridiculous. It's hard to even go. I'm probably going to miss stuff going over it.
Yeah, it's impossible not to.
He doesn't come with a lot of accessories, but he still comes with some cool ones. Like this smashed up drone, or I forget what they call these in the movie, but it's just like an Iron Man drone, sort of. And he has some articulation, which is kind of cool. Basically, he just looks side to side, and then the arms can move. But that's a nice little accessory to maybe sit on the base or whatever. And of course he's got his base. It has this texture that I think so their feet doesn't slide around on it. It's got the little shiny Avengers A symbol. It says Ultron Mark I.
Is there a red on it? Does that wipe off? There's like red on the... Oh yeah, it wipes off.
I don't know what that's from.
That's weird.
And of course this is adjustable. And that's... well, not counting the tweezers, that's all of his accessories. Now let's look at him up a little closer. You can see he's got that sort of like motherboard thing on his head. This little twisted up wires on his...
I do have to say on the preview pictures that the tricolor wire that's coming down was more braided and not just twisted. There's a little bit more detail, but it still looks really cool.
Yeah. We got these little things attached to it. There's just so much to look at. Damn! Got these wires sticking out of there. Some more wires, some wires, some wires.
There's lots of wires.
There's a lot of wires like this where they're just kind of sticking out. Mm-hmm. They're not actually attached on both ends, which is probably so they don't break when you're moving them around. There's like this little thing, it's kind of rubbery. There's like this piece, it's all rubbery. And they're just like random pieces sticking up that don't really go anywhere. And some more wires. And these pieces look metal, but I don't think they are. I like these right here, they also look really metal.
I think the posts are metal in the pistons. I think the posts are metal, but the parts they go into are plastic.
These are similar to like the NECA Terminators and stuff, where if you bend them over too much, these pop out. And that's the only one I've had pop out so far. I haven't had these front ones pop out at all. But they probably could. Well, I don't know if you can bend back far enough to make that happen. Just seems like this one wants to pop out.
Yeah, and it doesn't really matter because he's broken anyway, so if it's sticking out, it doesn't look bad. It doesn't matter. It just looks like it's broken like everything else.
But yeah, that is cool that he can actually move back and forward a little bit. And also twist a little bit. Not very far though. That's very limited there. And there's some... This is one thing that kind of bugged both of us. Is right in this area, it just looks so plain. Nothing stands out too well other than the light.
Yeah, it's just with most toys I wouldn't even really notice that, but because it's a hot toy, the level of detail we're used to seeing, that seems a little bit lazy.
I like this armor piece here, the way it's all ripped
it's
apart.
It's just that underneath part, just the paint could have been better on it. That's all.
Yeah. One thing that did good here on the neck is these pistons don't actually connect anything up at the top, which is good because if they did, they'd just be popping out.
Yep.
So I'm glad they don't connect anything.
But the way they go in, you can't tell they don't connect unless you actually get up close and look.
Yeah.
From a distance, you would have no idea.
There's some random pistons looking.
I love all them wires sticking out.
And I don't even. You just look at this stuff because I don't even know what. I don't know even call all this stuff.
Yeah, just pause the video at random parts and look at all the shit because we can't describe all of it. There's too much. All I can say is he's fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm. Like the way the wires move around while his arm's moving.
And despite how pissed off I am about how goddamn long we waited for him, he's still really cool.
My guess is they pushed it back because there's just so much shit they had to do in this one. They're like, let's just put that one back.
They're like, oh, well, he's really cool, but we got new movies coming out that we need to do shit from, so fuck him. Like, now that the movie came out, people realize that this isn't what he really looks like. So, we don't care. But I'd much rather have this form of him than the formal Ultron figure. Yeah,
I like the way he looks at the end of the movie, but I'd rather have this.
Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not saying I dislike the way Ultron looks. It's just this is way cooler as a figure.
Yeah. Well, depending on what you like.
Well, for me, I like it better. I like fucked up shit.
Look at all these little teeny... Some of these wires are really tiny. They're like little strings.
Like on his other leg, these wires here, I like those little tiny ones.
They did a really nice job painting on rust. It looks very believable. Like that worn look there to this metal here. It's actually plastic, but I mean it's supposed to look like metal. I like this little black and yellow striped wire.
He's just so cool.
I like his piece too.
His crazy little heel pokey thing.
I guess we could do articulation. I'm not going to force him too much because I don't want to break things, but as for his head, I'm going to look around. I can't twist all the way around because it has wires attached to it. It looks like it stops about there. And it could look up and down.
Just a tiny bit.
Oh, the neck also moves too, a little bit. Then the arms, you can see there's like a joint in there. And also a joint here. This thing, oh, this thing has on a joint too, I didn't even notice that. There's several things on him that do that kind of thing.
And his fingies. The fingies made me excited because I didn't expect it.
And then at the elbow, you can bend about there. Doesn't spin. Oh, okay. There's a joint there too that spins. It was stuck a little bit. Then there's the wrist, and it could spin. And then the little fingers, which it has. See, it has the joint there. Then there's a joint there. Then there, just like a real hand. So that's really cool. They did that. The thumb's a little more limited. Oh no, it isn't.
It's pretty good.
It was just a little bit stuck earlier.
He can give you the finger with a blue wire.
Yeah, if you want to do that, you might want to wrap the blue wire down under.
No, just put all his fingers down and stick the blue wire up. That's his middle finger. Technology says, fuck you.
And over here in this arm, it's similar.
It's got really good wrist articulation.
It seems like these wires are a little getting in the way.
Not too bad.
And this thing kind of... Then there's the elbow. And that's it. And like we showed earlier, you can move a little bit at the torso, but it's limited.
It is kind of hard to judge on the articulation with him, because in some spots it is a bit limited, but on the other hand, he's like a sucked together pile of junk. So
Yeah.
the articulation might really be limited on a sucked together pile of shit. So.
And this is the articulation that I wish it had a little more. Is right here. It's just basically a cut. It goes backwards and forwards, and that's it at the hips. I wish
It's basically just a hinge.
if you try to pull it out to the side.
A tiny bit, and then it pops.
Yep. You see, there's a ball joint there, so you think it'd go a little more, but it doesn't. It just that's about it. It's just basically backwards and forwards. And that's the same with this other leg. Now here it could spin on this one. On this one it spins up here.
I just noticed this wire. It actually has a spot where the wire is bald and then goes back to being covered. I think that's the only one like that. That's pretty cool.
Stop touching that. That's his penis.
That is too small to be his penis.
And then here's this knee. And this knee. Okay, now down at his feet.
Nah, you popped it back off! That's the same one that came off when I was opening him.
Well, a little bit of a tilt.
It pops back on easily, but it comes off easily.
And then the toe also moves a little bit. Then over here, see it's got similar articulation, and also the toe just a little bit.
The back side of that leg looks crazy though, with that weird thing sticking out.
Yeah, it does. There's a few other areas where things move, like right here. This little thing moves so that it doesn't hinder anything. But yeah, he's got some pretty good articulation. Just I wish there's more at the hips. But other than that, I think he's articulated pretty well. So here he is next to another Marvel character, Star-Lord. And you can see his height. He's not super tall because Ultron, when he gets his final form, is huge. But this is more like normal human size, about 6 foot-ish.
I want to say he's a little bit bigger than 6 foot, because isn't Star-Lord around 6 foot?
Yeah, but I don't...
He's only like, I'd say like 4 inches taller than him.
I don't know if he's supposed to be, though. That's just how it is here. And there he is next to Loki. You can see the height's about the same as it was with Star-Lord. And there he is next to another droid. It's the only other Hot Toys robot we got. BB-8.
Very comparable, man. They're
was
almost the same.
Yep. They do look almost the same. They both got light up eyes.
They're almost the same shape. I mean, really.
I can't wait till they make a Hot Toys of that guy back there. Because I might want that.
That would be pretty cool.
Unless I absolutely hate him in the movie, but based on his... in the trailer, I think I'm going to like him. So, I think this guy is really awesome. I really like him. The detail on him is just insane. There's just so much going on with him.
And I am really fucking happy that you find him awesome, because I bought you a birthday present that didn't come for a year and 3 months. Which is a ridiculous amount of time to wait.
Yeah. And I really like his light up eyes and mouth, and then light up thing in his chest.
I love all his fucking wires. He's just
so many
really
wires.
cool.
I would count all of his wires, but I don't feel like taking forever to
A
count.
goddamn million?
And I lose my place and forget which ones I
You're
count.
too drunk to count. Don't even try.
And he's pretty well articulated, other than his hips, but still, it's not that big a deal. And there's just so much going on in him.
He's just so cool. I really do like him a lot.
And a lot of the parts really look like they're made of metal. Just the way they painted them, it's just really good paint. It looks like metal.
I honestly, I started to get worried that they were just gonna cancel him and send the money back.
Yeah.
Because it took so long, and I'm like, please don't do that, I want him.
I was worried because it was like a year later and he wasn't... This form isn't like a main part of the movie, it's just a quick part.
Yeah, it's like a 2-minute part of the movie that he's in. I'm like, please don't cancel this and send the money back because I want him.
But I love him. So, thanks for my birthday present.
You're welcome. I love you.
Well, this is Mr. Evilcheese.
And I'm Zombie Cat.
Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Are you a friend of the captain's?
Captain America?
No, not Captain America. Captain Cassian.
I've never heard of Captain Cassian.
Then I will have to kill you.
You can't kill me. I'm not alive. I'm a robot.
Neither am I. I am a droid.
Isn't a droid basically just a robot?
I don't know, man. I guess.
Okay. So, you're gonna try to kill me anyway?
No. But can I get a piggyback ride, please? Please? Woo! 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 This is awesome! So awesome, man!
He wouldn't give me a piggyback ride. Oh, damn it, man! You see them other pictures there? Why don't you click on one of them to see the video? Or you could subscribe, Nate. Oh, damn it!